Hello and welcome to another episode of Why Would You Tell Me That with me, Dave Moore, him, Neil Delamere, and the podcast dog.
The podcast
Lola
dog.
is here.
Hello, Lola.
Lola, she's such
Who's the best girl? Yes, Lola is a three-legged lurcher. You can't really see her head there on the video.
No, but she's a very important part of
She's improvisational.
podcast.
You know.
Yeah.
She gives us. She's our muse.
Yeah, that's right.
And we'll show you pictures of her on the social media, but she's happy at her feet at the moment. What's crack?
What's crack with you? You good?
I'm very well.
Okay, well, I've got news for you.
Yeah.
You are going to tell us some facts.
Oh, yes.
Now, I realize this is a bit of a wild one, you know, like to throw this at you at this late date.
Yeah.
But I'm going to expect you to wow me with things.
Well, what I do is I always just prepare facts just in case you drop by.
Oh, thank goodness.
That's my thing. So
like, look, I'm not catching you unawares.
No. So I'm going to look up my current. I was trying to think of a word there, and I can't think of any of the words that I use in this format. Dave.
Usually on a podcast, that's quite difficult to forget words.
That is tricky. I mean, you could be witnessing if the dog just jumps in and then just rests the remote control and the control of the actual podcast away from me. Hold on,
You realise that you are a comedian. You are a former radio broadcaster.
Yes.
And you are a current podcaster. Having words it's quite a vital part of your existence.
He'll cut all of this out.
No, he won't.
Yeah, no, he will. Yeah,
no,
I'm glad you came, Dave. I've got loads of podcast facts for you, prepared at my fingertips that
Brilliant.
I can just draw from the ether with great skill and dexterity.
Unfortunately, there's a camera, so everyone can see you reading it off your computer screen.
Yes, no, that's actually my shopping list. Is
I see. So you're slowly adding things to it.
Yes. Okay.
Here, I broke my Alexa by whispering out. Sorry, I realize this is a distraction from your facts.
How did you break?
So did you know you can whisper to your smart speaker? Did you know this?
No.
Right? Okay, so if you enable whisper mode
Yeah.
on your smart speaker, when you whisper to it, it will whisper it back. So for example, you might want to know what time it is in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And so you might go, "Hey, smart speaker, what time is it?" And your smart speaker will go, "It's 4:22 a.m." Like it will whisper back.
Okay.
Right? So I was explaining this to my son because at 2:25 a.m. he went, "Echo, echo, echo, echo," is what he calls his. "What time is it?" And wakes the entire house. So I had to chat with him the next day, and I was like, "Please, Jesus Christ, look at your phone. Go downstairs, look at the cooker. I don't stop waking me up to know what time it is."
What age is he?
13.
Okay. His brain hasn't fully formed yet. It's the answer
Fair,
to all
fair,
of these questions.
fair, yes.
Yeah.
So then I said, just use whisper mode. And he and my wife both went, "What's that?" And I went, like you, I went, "Oh, let me explain." And then I said, "Sure, let me show you." So in our kitchen, we have what's called an Echo Show. It's a video screen one where you ring the doorbell, it comes up, or you can watch the news. Not that we ever do that, whatever. But it has weather screens, whatever. You can kind of cycle through a few bits. If it's playing a song, the graphic comes up from the song or whatever. So I just said, "Oh, right, watch this." Like I went, smart speaker, what's the best recipe for tomato, basil, and pine nuts? And she went, "Oh, hi, David. The best recipe for..." I stopped talking. The screen went black, and she hasn't worked since.
You've actually creeped out your own Echo speaker.
I think she's gone, "I'm not going back in there.
I'm not comfortable with this."
I'm not.
Why does he want to keep this sort of stuff secret?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I was driving home the other day and someone sent me a text, right? This is the way I haven't been able to replicate this with any other accent. So, my friend sent me a text about Celtic.
Yeah.
And for some reason on my car, it's an English voice. Okay? It wasn't always an English voice.
Right.
It actually has changed. So I think sometimes they send over-air updates, right?
Yeah,
so
fair.
now it's, "Hello, how are you?" That sort of thing, right?
This message is from Dave Moore.
Yeah, yours is your Dave Multimillionaire Moore.
Multimillionaire.
This is a text from Dave Multimillionaire Moore. This guy sends me the text, and it's about Celtic winning the league. Right? And the text reads in the English accent until it gets to the word Celtic, and then the next bit is in a Scottish accent.
No.
And then it goes back to English accent again.
Please demonstrate.
I'm not going to
Come
demonstrate.
on.
I can't find it. I can't. If I find my phone, I can play it
Over
for you.
your shoulder there.
Yeah.
In
And
our wonderful
I have not
podcast
been
studio.
able to. I have not been able to replicate it because I was getting another guy, a friend of mine, to text me stuff I've just been at the county fair, and it's the best county fair I've ever seen since my granddaddy won the best rodeo at the
and you were hoping it would change relevant accents.
Yeah. I've just found
would
a
be
nugget
incredible.
of gold in the river while panning for gold, and I'm going to buy myself new dungarees.
Gotcha.
And you're hoping it's that. I just found my river.
And you didn't get that. You just
Nothing.
got posh English.
I just got posh English. I can play it. Hold on, I'll play it for you.
Do, please.
This is very odd, I think.
I just this minute remembered that Celtic were founded by a man from Sligo. Perfect end to the day, just got more perfect. Do you want to reply?
So the first part of that was in.
Just play it one more time.
So the text is, I just this minute remembered that Celtic were founded by a man from Sligo.
Right.
Perfect end to the day, just got more perfect. Because myself and your man were doing a gig in Sligo.
And
Right.
Celtic won the league.
And Celtic had won the league.
Right.
Now, that from my car is said in a Scottish accent. And then it switches to an English accent in the middle
So this
of it.
is now you recording it from your car.
I'm recording
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
So my car read it in this way.
Gotcha.
I just this minute remembered that Celtic were founded by a man from Sligo. Perfect end to the day, just got more perfect. Do you want to reply?
Right, so it starts off Scottish and then flips back to English. That's odd.
Yeah.
And you've tried other nationalities.
Tried other clubs, tried other nationalities. No.
Have you tried Scottish again as the initial kind of source of this?
If you mention Celtic, it does a Scottish accent.
That is so weird.
There you go. Anyway,
I don't have a smart speaker that works, and your car is nationalistic.
yeah, it's deciding. No, Dallas, no. Bayer Leverkusen, no.
No.
Yeah, Ajax Amsterdam, no. This one's very
Celtic,
specifically.
very
Do you know it's a glitch? There's a Scottish. I bet you there's a Glaswegian. There's a Celtic
Programmer.
designer at this at some point.
Definitely,
A developer. Okay. Right. So this is my first question for you. Okay, you will get this right. Do you know the way I said to you? Listen, I get the facts from everywhere. You
Sure.
get them from. I get them from, the BMJ. I get them from, things I read in, August's
You're
newspapers.
so above me that I don't even know what BMJ means.
British Medical Journal.
Never heard of it. Okay.
You're in it. It's weird. You know that mole on your back?
Yeah, and the
It looks
big
like a
tongue.
map
Yeah,
of
yeah,
Suriname.
no, I know.
That's
Yeah,
the one. Oh, yeah, your tongue. And you get them from newspapers.
Me?
Your facts. Yeah.
Newspapers?
Like that wrap
I've
up
never.
fish and chips.
Oh, sorry, I did
Yeah.
once. Sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
I was watching The Chase last night.
Okay.
And they asked a question that you will be able to get the answer to. But then I jumped into it and I thought, this is interesting. Which continent only has 2 ATMs?
I'm going to assume Antarctica.
Correct.
Okay.
And right. And I was like, that's kind of interesting. I'm going to look this up because, who
Why does it
lives
have
in
2?
Antarctica?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So, Diebold Nixdorf is a world leader in transforming the way people bank and shop.
I
This
have
is
seen
their-
Diebold Nixdorf trucks, branding. I know their logo. This is incredible.
This is what you're clearly
I didn't
what
know
you're
what they do.
What you're doing is you're looking for an off ramp from radio, and you've considered armored robbery.
Is that what it is?
Armored robbery, armored truck robbery.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So they've announced the successful installation of 2 DN series ATMs in Antarctica at the U.S. National Science Foundation McMurdo Station in Antarctica.
I mean, I don't know a lot about Antarctica, right?
Yeah.
What I do know is that it is immensely unpopulated.
Yes.
So I cannot understand why there would be a grave need for cash.
This is what I 100% agree with
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
I read this first and had an image of penguins just standing. What's your number? Well, it's minus 40. It's 0000, as in, it's fucking minus 40. How the headline isn't putting the pin in Pingu, I will never know in this. But this is their own PR release, so I'm not going to have a go at them. So I have a theory why they're doing it. But anyway, it says, with the addition of ATMs in Antarctica, Diebold Nixdorf now boasts a presence on all seven continents. And I think that is why they have done this.
Let me throw a pop culture question back at you.
Okay.
What is the one rock band who has done a gig in all 7 continents?
Metallica.
Yes, correct. They did a gig in Antarctica inside a dome.
No way.
Yeah, they did, and they ran a competition and shipped fans down and brought the whole setup and everything and did a gig.
Can we explain to listeners that, one, we didn't set that up, and 2, I know that not because I know anything about music, it's because I know you.
You know me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how many people did they play to? So they're probably brought some people down, obviously.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
But the NSF McMurdo Station in Antarctica, it's the largest research and logistics hub, but it only has 200 residents at one point, and then 1,100. So it goes from 200 in the winter to 1,100
summer.
individuals during the summer months.
I mean, does
which
it
is
have a tuck shop?
October,
What are
February.
these people spending the money on?
It does have a tuck shop, yes. Well, it has a general store and a post office. And they said the ATM plays a crucial role in the station's economy. I think this is nonsense.
I think it's utter nonsense.
Well, but also, who stocks it?
I was just about to ask the question going, what is the economic inefficiency of Mark Nixdorf,
Diebold
Nixdorf shipping a shipment of cash under armed guard to a couple of ATMs in Antarctica?
It's kind of mad. I think it's mad.
Is it a bit like the lads in the Fourth of Fight the Fourth, whatever that's called, the Fourth of Fife, where the lads paint the bridge?
I have to keep doing
and
it
they,
over and
they
over
paint
and over
the
again.
bridge, and when they get to the end, they have to go back and by the other side. And then when they get there, so I wonder, are these guys just constantly in a loop of
just constantly flying?
because it's like we put 200 quid in. That should last 4 years. It's gone. All right, back we go again.
Yeah, it's terrible for the environment. It's a single thing. In fact, it's a thing that's destroying Antarctica more than anything else.
Yeah,
is the people scientists need for cash. Oh, they're just mad for cash. Why would you need cash? It
doesn't make sense.
There's a secret strip club. This is what I think. You can't tap.
What
your
you
card.
can't tap exactly. Why would you need paper currency?
Yeah, there's two machines. This is what they said, right? I've lots of questions. Who stocks it? Antarctica is thousands and thousands and thousands of miles away from Ireland. So how can a Monaghan lad pull it out of a wall with a JCB? That's my big question.
He wouldn't need a JCB. He'd need one of those Norwegian icebreakers.
A kind of ship.
Yeah, because he could pull it out of the wall, but he couldn't get away. You needed to pull it out of the wall and drive immediately onto the back of an icebreaker and go inland,
like Fast and the Furious, where they tow a massive vault behind them for. Exactly. Yeah, I'm sure that can happen
on chains.
The Cold and the Curious, the Fast and the Furious, right? So one ATM is actively in use. The second one serves as a backup for spare parts.
Come on.
One is called Prince William and one is called Prince Harry.
No, they're not.
No, I made that up.
Okay.
I should have just gone for that. But what they've done is it's so far away that Wells Fargo operates these things. People will have heard of Wells Fargo.
Yeah.
But they've trained the staff, the scientists and the support staff down there to be able to fix the ATMs if necessary. I don't think they need ATMs. I think it has been successful. They mentioned it on the Chase, and now we're talking about it. So in PR terms,
as a marketing exercise, it is brilliant.
I hope it's outside as well. I hope you see Michael D. Higgins at it. That was a quintessential. If people don't know, the quintessential how Irish is the Irish president. He queued at an ATM. In
the rain,
with not a guard to be seen. And presumably they're knocking around somewhere,
but they're not queuing up with them.
Yeah, they're not queuing up with them. And then at the same time, I think there was an attempt on Donald Trump's life, and he had $1 billion security service around him. I want to use ATMs to get to our next fact because now we're going languages. You'll know this. Where could you get Latin as an ATM language option?
Vatican City.
Exactly. Now, it doesn't seem to be in existence anymore. BBC had an article from 2013, and there's a lot of people on Reddit going, I couldn't find it.
Right.
But it was
at one point,
an option. So we're going to jump to the world of language now. You are going to love this.
Okay, go on.
Have you heard that phrase? So Nixon was in China in 1972, and the Chinese premier, this is pretty famous, but one of those things you might not know. Like, this is what the whole podcast is about, stuff that you should know.
You should know if you don't.
The Chinese premier, Enlai, was asked how he feels the French Revolution went. You ever heard this?
No.
It's a famous kind of saying because he came back and he said, it's too early to tell.
Wow. In the 1970s.
1972.
In the 1790s was the rebellion. Okay.
Yeah. So this has become a very famous thing. It's been often quoted. And the idea behind it is that the Chinese government has long-term thinking, and that we possibly in the West are all short-termist, and this year and that year and the next year on election cycles, and where the wisdom of Sino politics is all about we would take the longer-term.
I love it.
Right now, it's not true.
Oh, as in it's not true. He didn't say that.
He did say it.
All right,
but like you will find this. Now that I've told you this, you'll hear a lot of people quote this. The reason people love it is because it's so easy to believe.
Yes.
And it points to our possible inbuilt prejudices and biases about how China is run.
Yeah.
So a retired US diplomat, Charles W. Freeman Jr., was Nixon's interpreter during that trip. And he said it was misconstrued. What he was asked about was the May 1968 events in Paris.
Oh.
So 4 years ago, 3.5 odd years ago.
Nice.
And he said, well, what do you think? And he goes, well, it's a bit too early to tell.
Okay.
And people then reported it the other way. It conveniently, as Freeman says, bolstered the stereotype about Chinese statecraft and statesmen so far-sighted. And we talked about them when they were developing duty-free after the Irish guy invented it, right? So that
Brendan O'Regan
is this. Yes, it's a great. It's a great episode of this particular show with one of our favorite gardeners,
Diarmuid
McGavin, who came on and talked about it. Okay, this leads us on to one of my other favorite mistranslations. Jimmy Carter goes to Poland in 1977. It's the height of the Cold War.
Right.
It's December the 29th. He's going off. He's doing a 9-day, 7-nation peace tour.
I mean, everyone knows the week between Christmas and New Year is a non-event.
It's not happening anyway.
Dull and boring. The fact that he chose that week to do a world tour is impressive.
It's the taint of the year. It's
Yeah.
neither one thing nor the other.
He knew the flights would be cheap.
Yep.
He knew the car rentals market would be low.
There's only so much selection boxes you can eat.
Hotels would be empty.
You have to figure out where you're going to go New Year's Eve, which is an absolute pain in the arse.
Sick of turkey and ham stuffing sandwiches.
I mean, the main thing you do between the 26th and the 30th, probably the 30th, is just say the S on Stevens's. And it takes 4 days, roughly, for Irish people.
For our international listeners, we call the 26th St. Stephen's Day.
Stevens's.
But there is a thing where people add S's, as Neil is doing right now.
Stevens's
Stephen's Day.
So he goes. Now, this is important. Remember, like, this isn't perestroika yet. This isn't glasnost yet.
Yeah.
This is pre-Reagan, obviously. And he's only a year into his presidency. This is really important. Before he could even leave Warsaw Airport, he's made headlines for the wrong reason.
Right.
He is a laughingstock. Right? So the State Department's Language Services Division assigns this guy who's a part-time interpreter. You never want a part-time interpreter, do you?
No.
You want a guy who interprets all day long. Who can interpret language, who can do dance.
The nuance of politics.
Absolutely. This is important. Okay? And this is a time where political speeches have some degree of nuance and indeed ambition. It's not drill, baby, drill. It's, So Stephen Seymour, he is assigned to accompany Carter,
right,
to the then communist nation, right? And they think that he's, the most qualified person. This is the New York Times debrief. This is after the incident. It's only a couple of days.
Right.
He reportedly is on $150 for his translation services.
Okay.
He lasts less than a day.
Why?
Well, I'll tell you why. Because it's freezing. It's a 25-minute welcoming ceremony for Carter. And the Southern lawmaker spoke about his intent to improve East-West relations, right? And one of the things he says, I'm happy to have travelled from the United States to Poland because he wanted to learn about the Polish people's desire for the future. Okay?
Yeah.
And the Polish journalists are starting to laugh at this. And he's trying to figure out what's going on. And the other Times journalists, like, why are the Polish journalists laughing at this? So he mixed up words. He accidentally translated phrases into Russian instead of Polish.
Oh, Christ.
Which would, remember who is ruling
that's not
behind the Iron Curtain at this point. That's pretty insulting. He's on a peace tour. He's hands across the divide. This guy's a Russian interpreter as well, by the way.
Right.
So he had said, apparently, when he said, I left the United States that morning, your man translated it as something to, roughly speaking, I left the United States never to return, or when I abandoned the United States.
Wow.
Is what he said. And then when Carter said he wanted to learn about the country's desire, it was translated to say he desired Polish people in a carnal sort of a way.
I want to bang Poles, effectively, is what his interpreter said he said.
Yeah.
Wow.
Line up the bitches. He didn't say that. But yeah, it was interpreted as I want to know Poles in a carnally sort of a way. I want to bang Poles is good way of saying it. And he was met with
yes, of course.
Poor old Jimmy Carter standing there going,
why is this
what
funny?
did I say? Yeah. There are loads of these
really
mistranslations. Your man, by the way, Seymour was replaced the following day.
Rightly so.
He later told the New York Times that he had no idea it was due to his performance. He said that He was freezing. I was proud of what I did in a difficult situation. My hands were numb.
He has to use his mouth.
My face was cold. I was soaked.
Is he Mikel Arteta? Is he the Arsenal manager?
Who sees nothing
who just
and takes no
immediately
responsibility.
goes, well, you do very windy today, Jurgen Klopp used to do an awful lot of this as well, lads.
I would
an
wash
awful lot
your mouth
of this
out
type of
with
junk.
soap. My hands are numb.
cold.
And he says, what did me in was the lack of previewing Carter's speech and the absolutely dismal conditions. So he didn't read the speech beforehand. Possibly he didn't get it, but like you would have thought.
If your job is a translator, even if
Give me
you're
a
a
look
part
at the
translator,
speech.
no, I would even think just say what he said. Don't interpret what he said. Don't mistake what he said, and do not speak in a different language.
Yeah, so
Seymour.
the guy he replaced him with, by the way, at the dinner later on, couldn't understand his accent, and so Jimmy Carter made a long spiel, and your man just sat there and said nothing.
No,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah, it's one of those improv games. You ever see those improv
Yes.
games where somebody goes, I will translate for him. Hello. And it's the same sort of a thing. But this guy said nothing on this.
Oh God.
So there's some serious kind of repercussions from this. I found another article and they're talking about Salman Rushdie when the Titanic versus.
Satanic.
Sorry.
The Titanic
You read
versus.
Did you read the Satanic
I read
versus?
the-
Sorry.
You
Sorry.
meant the earlier
first draft
the
was
Titanic
the Titanic
versus. Right.
And a lot of people felt that there was room on the door with Jack for Lucifer and Rose. And then he went, no, I can't call it that. It's too complicated. It's people don't know, is the narrative a fallen angel? Is it Lucifer? Is it Beelzebub? And somebody said to him, listen, go with the Satanic versus.
Split those in two.
Dump the Titanic.
In fact, don't even do. Yeah.
Don't even listen.
He was a good editor.
The few people who you sent the Titanic versus to, they'll probably forget it. They might mention it accidentally on a podcast in a few years' time. But no, Salman Rushdie's The Satanic Verses brought a wave of violence, huge violence. But two translators. The first Japanese translator of the book was killed.
Stop.
1991.
For translating the
Hitisho
book.
Igarashi. Yeah. And Ettore Capriolo and William Nygaard translated into Italian and Norwegian respectively, and they suffered physical attacks.
Wow, that's like you're literally writing what someone else wrote. You're putting it in a different language.
Yeah, but it's
Because I was once asked to be the voice of a cartoon character, which was the cartoon was being localized to Ireland. So it already existed in, say, an American or a French
I've
or
done that,
whatever.
yeah.
And then they went, okay, we need to cast, it wasn't SpongeBob, but the sponge, the starfish, the octopus, whatever. And they cast me as one of the things. And I was just literally reading the lines and just putting on a voice and doing it, whatever. At no point did I think, oh, my translation of these lines might end up in me being like attacked and beaten.
yeah.
I mean,
Well, what was the cartoon about?
I never even saw it. I just read the lines.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you were on a fatwa list somewhere.
Who knows?
I mean, hopefully. I mean, were any of the lines like religious?
Now that you mention it, it seemed to have a very strong dogma.
Were you playing Shia or Sunni? Is what I'm
No,
asking.
I was the Ayatollah.
Okay, yeah. If you were the Ayatollah, we're in trouble here. Was the animator Ahmadinejad? Okay, I have to tell you one more thing on this. This guy. So Jimmy Carter, I think people had a certain opinion of him at the time, and there was the Iranian embassy and all the rest, and he got awful bad press and lived long enough that a lot of people would say that his reputation was redeemed, and he did huge work for charity.
Amazing.
He's a very
charity.
honourable sort of a man, right? If you want to know how honourable he was, is he never blamed
The translator.
the translator.
Come on, that's too sound. You were throwing him under the bus.
To the extent that when the guy, Seymour, died, in his papers, they found a note towards him
From Carter?
Jimmy Carter. Yeah. And it said, listen, you can ignore all that kind of overwrought criticism of you.
Wow.
And he kept it in his possessions.
That is nice.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't
Jimmy
it?
Carter's a good dude, so it looks like.
So there you go.
Brilliant. That's intriguing. Anything to do with languages is always going to
I
make me
thought you'd
happy.
like that.
Yeah. In the second half, though, I am going to make you feel inadequate.
I mean, it's not the first time. Welcome back to part 2 in what I like to call podcasting stroke getting your driveway cleaned.
It's gotten a lot quieter now.
You may or may not have been able to hear the power hosing away the grime of ignorance in this podcast and
to
replacing
reveal
it with
the shine of
shiny
informed knowledge. I am going to make you feel inadequate now, and I do apologize, okay?
Yeah.
You've got a lovely house. Thank you for inviting me in.
Yes.
Even though your downstairs toilet has a weird angle to the roof. You are not a showy man.
No.
You're not a showy man. You're not
particularly.
You're not the type of person to have like a mirror finished Bugatti in the driveway.
Yes.
You know, it's a perfectly reasonable automobile you have in your perfectly reasonable house.
Yeah.
You're not flexing enough, I think, is the problem.
Okay.
Here. So what I've done is I've compiled a list of the most expensive things.
Oh.
The most expensive purchases
that
have been made. So there are categories in each. And I've begun with things I love, for example.
Okay. So
today I'm wearing a pair of off-white Jordan 1s. So I'm going to tell you about the most expensive sneakers ever purchased. Okay. They are a signed pair of Jordan 13s worn by the man himself, signed by the man himself.
In a playoff game or something?
Yes, he wore them in his final ever playoff game.
Oh.
Yeah. Game 6 of his final season, his final playoff, completing the second three-peat. They sold, the Last Dance Air Jordan sneakers, sold for $2.4 million.
Mother of God.
To an anonymous buyer.
So we don't know who... What do you think do you think they buy them and then just put them away and then hope that they rise in value?
No, I think the person who buys them, I think they have them in a glass case. In their gaff. I think they're somewhere where their friends come in or other rich people come in and go, "Oh, you bought them." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look, that's my gut.
Okay.
I don't know. Now, sneakers do have a habit of deteriorating, particularly if anyone's a fan of Air Maxes or Jordan 1s, for example. If you had the original like mid-80s or Jordan 1s or the early 90s Air Max 90s, if you don't wear these things, well, at this stage they would anyway, but the soles completely just disintegrate.
If you don't wear them?
Well, if you don't wear them, I suppose, they sit in the box and disintegrate. If you wear them, they will disintegrate over time. But I remember I had a pair of Air Jordan 6 Carmines, they're called, they're white and red, that my aunt in Canada got me. I'd say it was then very early, either 1990 or 1991, okay? And then I had them forever. And years later, 2006, I was walking through Tesco in Clare Hall. In a supermarket. I used to do my shopping in the middle of the night. You ever do this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the greatest thing.
Oh,
24-hour supermarket. Go at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
There's lads stocking shelves.
Yeah.
That's all there is.
Yeah.
I was walking through.
Taxi drivers.
That's it.
That's the only people out.
And the entire sole of one of the shoes came off. Now, this day and age, I would take off the shoes, keep the sole, and get them what's called resold. You can save them. At this point, I didn't know about this. It didn't even exist, possibly. And I just put them in the bin and bought a pair of flip-flops in the clothes section of Tesco and finished my shopping. And I put a pair of vintage 1991 Air Jordan 6 Carmines. I don't know, because obviously the condition of them wouldn't have been perfect. But like 4 figures.
Really?
Yeah, I would say so.
Moron.
I would say, did not know. No, sorry, 4 figures in 2026.
That's essentially the most expensive flip-flops. So, like, you could work on RGE, essentially.
So that's the first one.
Okay, that's the
sneakers.
first one, right.
The second one is the most expensive computer game ever.
Okay, now, are we talking about a computer game like from an arcade? Like a Pac-Man job?
No, not an arcade.
Are you talking about
a cartridge?
A cartridge, like a Nintendo or Sega Mega Drive?
It was Nintendo. It was an NES, a NES machine.
Okay.
Not the Super Nintendo. It was 1985.
So it's one of the earliest ones.
One of the earliest. Is
it Space Invaders or something? No.
It's a franchise that's still around today, and in fact, a second movie of this franchise
Mario.
at the time. Yes, at the time of broadcast, has just come out. Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
Sealed, sold for $2.5 million to a baseball player called Brady Hill.
2.5 million. So, but you don't even know if it works.
No, and also if you were to unseal it and see if it worked, I would imagine the value
You would
is gone.
value would drop.
It's gone. What
What a great scam that is.
Yeah. Sealed 1985 Super Nintendo. Now, these are things that I like computer games. I
Yeah.
like sneakers.
Yeah.
I think I need to appeal to you.
Okay.
Okay. The world's most expensive map.
Oh, I hate that you got me. I hate that I will be interested in this.
You will.
Okay, it's got to be old.
It is old.
It's
It is
got to be
April 1507.
1507. It's not Mercantor, is it?
No.
Wow. Is it attached to a famous voyage? Or was it
No,
used?
but it is the map.
Podcast dog alert.
Podcast dog. Hello, Lola. You're a bit squashy and you want to stretch. It is the map that gave America its name.
So Amerigo Vespucci is involved in this.
Amerigo Vespucci it was the first time that America was written on a map.
Wow.
It is called the Waldseemüller World Map from 1507.
Who made it?
I would imagine it was Martin Waldseemüller. That was his name.
Okay.
He was a German cartographer, and it's a printed wall map of the world made by him, and it is the first map to name anywhere America. Now, the name America is put on South America,
Right.
but that was the first time, in honor of Italian Amerigo Vespucci, that the name America appeared on a map.
You haven't given me the price of
haven't.
it. Do you
But
have
I
the
suppose
price of it?
I should say,
Or am I guessing the price of it?
no, you're guessing the price of it, but I should give you a general hint, which is we are constantly working our way up in
Upwards,
price.
yeah.
So we went 2.4 million for the sneakers,
2.5 million for
2.5
this.
million for the game.
Yeah.
We are now going to
3 million.
10.1.
Jesus Christ.
10.1 million. Again,
Where is it?
it was bought by a private individual, but has been given back or given on loan to the Americas, I think possibly one of the museums. But it is owned privately.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, let's go
How
for
big is it?
It's a wall map, so
Okay.
like it would fit over your mantelpiece, you know, that kind of way.
Wow.
We're gonna go to guitars.
I wonder
now.
what it said there before. On
What
the map.
countries were called.
Hmm.
Oh, I didn't look that up, but yeah.
Yeah, we'll have a look.
Yeah. Most expensive guitar. I mean, this is famous. A lot of people wouldn't know this. I have played the Kurt Cobain guitar that was in the video for Smell the Teen Spirit. It went for 5 million. Not the most
Jimi
expensive.
Hendrix.
No. Man is still alive.
The man who won, the most expensive guitar
player
is still alive.
still alive. In fact, he sold all these, a lot of them for charity. He sold his guitar collection. And this is the one.
Really? I would have thought it was like something played at Woodstock or something
No.
like that. No.
No.
Give me a clue.
English.
Eric Clapton?
No.
Okay.
But English rock band. Iconic.
Brian May.
No, we were on the right track. That's the band, that's the guitar player. The
Go
band
on.
is Pink Floyd. The guitar player is David Gilmour.
Yeah.
And his black Strat sold for $14.55 million.
Jesus.
Yeah. And he sold off, I think, 100 of his guitars.
Are you trying to tell me that more people are interested in music than 16th century maps?
I mean,
What
it appears
has
so.
the world come
it
to?
appears so.
He sold off his entire collection.
Yeah, well, he sold off about 100 guitars, I
bulk,
think, and
yeah.
a lot of it went to charity. Yeah. It wasn't just for him to get rich. Like, he was fine. Pink Floyd have paid him a lot of money. It was to raise money for charity. $14.55 million, yeah. We're going bigger again for the 1933 most expensive coin in the world.
Oh, so was it made in 1933?
Yep. Minted in 1933,
Was
which would have been in the middle of the U.S. Depression.
Great Depression.
Yeah.
You're talking about FDR was elected in that year.
You tell me that.
33 to 45, I think he
Right,
was. Middle of the Great Depression. Was it a dollar or something? Was it one that had a mistake on it?
Nope. it was a $20 coin called the Double Eagle that was minted in 1933. And what's interesting is there were 445,500 of these coins minted. So theoretically, it should be really common. So if there's 500,000 of something, it's not going to have value. This thing has so much value because they were never circulated and they were melted back down. Having made, because they were gold coins.
So did they never get out of the mints?
They never got out of the mints. They were melted back down. 20 were known to have been stolen prior to the collectors, prior to the destruction of the originals. And they found their way into the hands of collectors over the years. 9 of the recovered coins that were recovered of 20 were then subsequently destroyed, as was the want of the US
So
Mint.
9 of the 20. So you have 11 left.
Now making this one of the world's rarest coins. Only 13 specimens remain,
Okay.
and only one of which is privately owned, which is called the Veltzmann specimen. The coin was never released to the public. It's illegal to privately own any of the 1933 double eagles, with the exception of this Veltzmann specimen. And the US Secret Service is said to investigate reports of the existence of any other specimens that come to light.
So if you come across this now, you can't have it, you can't own it, and you have to give it to the...
Who will then destroy it.
Oh, no, they can't destroy it. Well, will they definitely destroy it?
That's what they do. They found 9 in the meantime and they destroyed all 9.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
And how much is it worth?
This one sold for $23.2 million.
Mother of God.
Yeah.
What would you use that for? I think it would have to be the towing costs at the World Cup final.
My favorite thing is that you said toin costs and not coin toss. This is wonderful. The toin costs
have you noticed
at the curled pup winal. Like, what are you doing? You can't use your words.
I'm so tired.
You are so
the
tired.
Titanic versus
The Titanic
and
versus.
the towing costs. Well, this is what I'm saying. I think what we use that is at the towing costs for the World Inversion Championships.
No, I think what you should
Where
do is you should
everything
get
is-
on a boat from the bottom of Argentina, sail down to Antarctica and go, lads, have you any change of this?
For this in the ATM.
In the ATM, lads.
I think it would have to be. What would you use that for?
I mean, yeah.
I think it would have to be like the World Cup final, but between Ireland and England. It would have to be some sort of like.
Why Ireland and England? Why does that have any interest to a US minted $20 gold coin?
It would have to be part of the settling of an ancient grudge.
Oh, I see.
It would have to be. That's what it would have to be.
Right.
Or
Well,
like
surely
the
could it not
best
be-
ever version of Tipping Point. Tipping Point
With the
has
gold
Hitler,
coin. Yeah.
Hitler, Stalin, and Roosevelt on it, and they play, and they're only using the coins.
And the questions are asked
that.
by Churchill.
The questions are asked by Churchill. Yeah, it would have to be that.
Now you're talking. So I did the world's most expensive sneakers.
Okay.
What about the world's most expensive pair of shoes? I'll give you a hint. It's
Oh, I'm
movie
gonna guess.
memorabilia.
I was going to guess straight away. I was going to go. Are they red?
They are ruby red.
Are they ruby red?
They are the ruby
Are
slippers.
they from the Yellow Brick Road?
The Wizard of Oz.
Oz.
Yeah. An anonymous buyer at auction, the Sotheby's, spent $34.5 million on Dorothy's ruby slippers.
I think weren't they meant to be a different color?
Yes,
And then-
there is a story.
There's 2 stories with the Wizard of Oz that are interesting. One, they were meant to be a different color, and then Technicolor came along and they were like, let's make
looks
them
good. Yeah,
red. And 2, it's an allegory for the gold standard.
Did not know that.
Yeah, apparently. That's the other thing.
Interesting.
Okay.
Most expensive watch?
So we're now above 30 million.
Yes, we are.
Is it a Patek Philippe?
It is.
Is it?
Philippe, yes.
You
It is
see, you say I'm not showy. I don't have enough money to be as showy as I'd like to be.
true, but he knows what he would buy if he had a $20
No, I
million
don't think I
gold
would
coin.
buy that.
You couldn't.
okay.
You'd need 2 of those coins. 2 desert double-headed.
40 million
Yeah.
quid. Like, I don't. Is it just rarity? Is it purely? See, I can understand something that is iconic because it's attached to something like MJ Michael Jordan's
yeah.
game
His sneakers,
or,
yeah, whatever,
or
yeah.
the Wizard of Oz.
No, I suppose there's with watches. There's a couple of things at play. Number one is the craftsmanship. Okay, so there's an awful lot of unrepeatable craftsmanship that goes into hand making a watch like this. So that's number one.
I wanted to, I did a whole show about buying a watch for my dad.
Yes.
And an expensive watch for my dad.
Yeah.
And the stuff that come out with you, like it was all, it's waterproof to 100 meters below the surface. I was like, he was 85 at the time. Unless we bury him at sea, this is not going to come up.
Yeah. No, like the complexity is part of a watch, and they talk about that like the
Tells you all the phases of the moon.
All of the things.
He's one of the most well-known whale worlds in the County Offaly area. This is nonsense.
Effectively, you're talking yourself out of buying a that expensive watch. You should have just got him a light-up Casio.
Yeah. Use your phone, Dad.
45
You'll be
quid,
grand.
would have been fine. It sold for $40.4 million. Again, nobody knows who bought it. However, Sylvester Stallone, at one point, had bought himself a Patek Philippe for $2.5 million.
Okay.
He sold it for $5.4 million and has now been banned from owning Patek Philippe's by Patek Philippe because he so crudely and crassly sold his Patek Philippe.
What did he buy it
So he
for?
bought it from Patek Philippe.
Yeah, for how much?
$2.5 million.
And then sold it for
5.4.
Now, how did they find out?
Oh, because
you have to register all the watches and
all
this
of
stuff's
those
crack,
things.
is it?
Yeah, and I think it was a public auction or a public sale or whatever.
And Patek Philippe said no.
No, sir. No, it went through. They couldn't stop him doing it. But he's been blacklisted since, and he will not be invited to purchase any more Patek Philippe timepieces.
Oh, I mean, there's no way they can necessarily.
He could buy it off someone else.
That,
Yeah, but
if he goes
Patek
into
Philippe.
a shop and they recognize him, they're like,
I don't think Patek Philippe has bricks and mortar stores. I could be wrong. Maybe it does. But I would imagine
I would like another watch, please.
I imagine you need to contact or be contacted by.
I don't think
Philippe.
it's that exclusive.
Oh, I think it might.
No, I don't think you can.
Pateks might be.
Would you like to buy? No, you can buy a Patek Philippe, I think.
Apparently, you know.
I actually don't know.
Nothing on his wrist there. I can
No.
say no. Okay, I think you'll like this
freckle
one.
o'clock is what that means.
I think you'll like this one. I don't think you'd buy it, but I think you'll like it.
I wouldn't buy any of these.
Oh no, come on! You'd buy a Patek Philippe
I wouldn't.
and a 1507 world map.
I'd love to have that.
You would.
Because that's part of history. If I'd a lot of money and I had done all the usual things of trying to fix malaria
Sure.
and actually done that sort of stuff, I would like to own things of historical note.
Yeah, you do enjoy that.
Because I think that's part of history. And one of the coolest things I have is I did a TV show once about Ray O'Donnell, and the producer of that, it's a copy, handed me a copy of the letter he wrote to the Spanish to get help. I've held the real copy, and I held the copy, and it was quite emotional.
Really?
You're holding it. Well, it's 400 years old. It's the early 1600s, and it's please help me. I need your help to battle the perfidious English.
Yeah.
And you're just like, this guy signed this.
Yeah.
So I have that, and I just think that's cool. So if I had loads and loads of money, like, would you have a 1916 proclamation? Would you?
Yeah.
Would you have?
No,
I think
I
those
wouldn't
things
be
are kind of
moved
cool.
by historical
Would you not?
items at all. No.
Okay, all right. So sorry.
Well, I wouldn't be moved by this, but I think you may possibly be.
Okay.
It is the most expensive fossil.
Okay, anybody in the House of Lords. I would have thought. I don't know what they're paid, but
no, not those.
Anybody on Lyric?
This is ancient, even older than both the
Daytime
Lyric presenters.
RTE.
Well, not that old.
Okay.
no. It is an Apex Stegosaurus skeleton.
Okay.
That sold for $47.3
No.
million.
No, this isn't floating my boat at all.
It's not at all.
Not a
Okay, very
dinosaur
interesting.
man.
It's a full-size stegosaur. I thought maybe in the back garden it might look, put the fear of God in the neighbours or the seagulls. You know what I mean? I thought there was...
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have two options now for pest control. You have a kestrel on a stick that moves around with the wind, or, and bear with me on this, and this is the deluxe option, a full-size stegosaurus in your back garden.
The kestrel on a stick is €199.
Yeah.
And the Apex Stegosaurus skeleton option is $47.3 million.
Now, I'm not trying to sway you either way. I'll probably sell this anyway. But if you buy both of them, we'll do everything for 40 million. Where did I find it?
They found it in the
ground.
Yes, I believe it was the Middle East. Someone can correct me on that.
Okay.
It was bought by a venture capitalist named Ken Griffin. Okay.
Okay.
And Ken Griffin very kindly spent $47 million on it and then gave it on loan to the American Museum of Natural History in NYC. And it was only when I was researching this I realized I've seen it.
No way.
And I had no idea it was $47 million worth. But I saw the Stegosaurus skeleton.
How big is it?
It's big.
Enormous.
It's like, his shoulders are as big as tall as this room. Like it's,
right, okay.
It's enormous. Yeah. Ken Griffin features a little bit in this list.
I'm enjoying this list.
No, you'll love this now. This will be, because it's the Stegosaurus and float your boat, this will. He bought a first edition US Constitution copy. Now, when I say copy, think what a copy was in 17.
Somebody still hand wrote it.
Hand wrote it, and it was
within a couple of years.
No, I think it was within a couple of days.
Oh,
it was another one. It is the most expensive historical document in the world. It was $53.1 million. And this guy did not lend this back to any museum. He has it framed and hanging in his house.
$53 million.
Yeah.
So that is the most expensive historical document that has ever been sold.
Yes. There may be more that are more valuable, but they're not being sold.
Yeah. Because you would argue that the price of the Book of Kells to the Dublin economy is worth more than $53 million.
Oh, a lot more. And I would imagine, given that it's so much older than the US Constitution, maybe, in the global world, like it doesn't have as much meaning in 2026. You know what I mean? But I still think if you were to sell it.
Yes. There are more people who would buy the Constitution of the United States.
Yeah.
There are more billionaires.
As a copy, though. If you sold the Book of Kells, it's not, I think that is one of those incalculable. Yeah, I think, yeah.
If the IMF didn't take it, when the Troika came in here, there was a while there we were looking at selling Terry Wogan on the
Angela
Antiques
Merkel
Roadshow.
said it was fine, that we could hang on to it.
Yeah. Or it's a copy.
The most expensive book, again, you'd love this.
Book. Okay.
I mean, you've got to go.
I know what it is.
Old.
No. It's one of two things. It's either a Gutenberg Bible.
Yeah, no, it's not.
It's older than that. Is it like a Greek?
No.
Oh. Is it a famous author? Is it a Shakespearean folio?
It's not Shakespearean. No. He is very famous. It's scientific writings.
Is it Isaac Newton or Charles Darwin?
No. Older again.
Is it Greek?
No. Italian.
Galileo?
No.
Oh.
Leonardo da Vinci's Codex Leicester, it's called. Okay.
So there's a few old pictures in it as well, I imagine.
So it's scientific writings and drawings from Leonardo da Vinci, but it was named for the Earl of Leicester, who bought it in the 1700s. Okay. So he bought it when it was already an historical document, as it were. The manuscript was last sold to Bill Gates at Christie's auction house on the 11th of November 1994 for the equivalent in today's money of $67 million. Oh, wow. It is the most expensive manuscript ever sold. Codex Leicester.
I mean, that's very cool.
Again.
It shouldn't be called Leicester.
I know, but that's... to an American, I suppose that's probably quite attractive. To us, it's like the football team what once won the Premier League.
Yeah.
Jamie Vardy's on that. You know what I mean?
Martin O'Neill.
Yeah, Riyad Mahrez.
That's very cool. Is that the end one?
Oh, God, no. You like cars.
I do.
I like cars. The most expensive car ever sold is not a Dino 280 Ferrari. It's not a Bugatti.
Am I guessing?
Feel free.
I won't be able to guess, will I?
I'd never heard of it. I know, sorry.
Is it a Merc?
Yes, I know the general Mercedes car that it is. I just didn't realize that there was
Is it a Gullwing Merc thing?
It is. It is the 1955 Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Uhlenhaut Coupe. Uhlenhaut Coupe was sold to an unknown collector in 2022 for $162.7 million.
$162 million.
Yeah.
Who has $162 million?
You're
never driving that car.
No.
That is in a hangar
in an
air-conditioned, temperature-controlled.
It has to. Along with, I would imagine,
a million other cars.
Exactly. And I follow a lot of, I watch a lot of car content online, and young social media guys will get access to the cars of whoever.
Yeah.
And they'll go into the car. And like the things that they see are just, and I mean, some of them are volume. So some of them are like, there are 18, 1972 Porsche 911s down here.
Yeah.
And there are 14 Ferrari 550s over here.
And then
like,
some
but some are just like, that's that car. That's that car.
There's only one of them, or two of them.
There's one of one. There's one of two. That's the only one in that particular colorway. Whatever it is. Like so, but they're amazing. But I haven't yet seen anybody display the Mercedes-Benz 300 SLR Uhlenhaut Coupe.
You're buying that actually as a piece of art because it's going to sit there. Like, can you imagine ringing FBD Insurance or ringing up Liberty or whatever they're called now and go, listen, I'm looking for. I do have 3 penalty points.
Is a right-hand drive as important?
It's not important from Japan, is it? No, it's not. No, that's a good news.
It is left-hand drive.
It is left-hand drive. How big is the engine? Oh, it's only probably 2 litre.
3 litre. I'd say
3 litre.
300. Yeah,
it's a 300. Yeah, it's probably 3 litre petrol. Mileage, very low mileage.
Very low mileage.
And what would you say it's worth? Can we just give me the quote before you tell me?
The current value according to the garage is
$160 million.
Yeah.
Okay, and what's the? That's a very, very high quote. Now, if I put
will you
my
also
wife on
be
that,
insuring your wife on this?
who is a named driver and has a full Irish driver's license, does that bring down?
It does. It does. Yeah. Brings it down from 830,000 euro to 829. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Most expensive sculpture ever is not something I've ever heard of, but it's Alberto Giacometti, and he's a sculpture called L'Homme au Doigt. Okay. Ridiculous, $198 million, right? But the interesting thing is this.
Is that man on the right?
No, L'Homme au Doigt is the man, au doigt, D-O-G-I-T, not D-R-O-A-T, doigt, like L'Homme au Doigt, he's pointing.
Okay.
So it's this skinny-legged, skinny torso, skinny arm, skinny-headed, just pointing, right? Here's what's amazing. Giacometti created the sculpture in time for a crunch show the next day. So he just made it overnight he says, one night between midnight and 9 the next morning. It was the only one, he made 3 or 4 of them over 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
This was the only one he hand painted, and it is now worth $200 million. And it was bought by a hedge fund manager, a billionaire called Stephen A. Cohen, guy who owns the New York Mets, bought this for $200 million. The problem with this is that people just have too much money.
Those people have too much.
That's what
money.
I mean. Like it's like you're just sitting there going $200 million. Yeah, like it's fine. It doesn't really affect my billionaire status. Like because I probably have hundreds of billions. You know
would you not just pick if I had their money they have, right? I would pick causes or areas or towns.
You would like to think that, Neil.
No, maybe they do that as well.
I don't think they do.
But you could just go, I'm going to end leprosy in Portmarnock.
Sure. Well, and that's a big.
I mean, that's a
$200 million project.
Wouldn't even touch the sides.
No.
Or you know what I mean.
No, you're right.
Rickets in Malahide. I would do the big ones.
I don't think
Berry in Balbriggan.
Yeah,
all the big ones.
I mean, I don't think you become a billionaire
by having some sort of empathy.
Conscious, yeah. Now, I will say a lot of people will then point to the charitable work of billionaires. And listen, I understand. They do.
But you think it's not their first instinct necessarily?
I think I like the way you immediately think of the community in the underprivileged areas of North County Dublin who are beset with diseases.
Well known.
Yeah, but I do appreciate that, yeah. 2 more to go. One is the most expensive private home.
Okay.
Ever.
Private home ever. It's one in, is it in New York?
No.
Is it in Los Angeles?
No.
Is it in Tokyo?
No.
Okay.
It is Chateau Louis XIV.
Oh, wow.
It is in France. It sold in 2015 for $300 million to Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman. It is now estimated at over $500 million, $500 million. It has an underwater meditation room. It is 50,000 square feet, and it has the manicured gardens that you would expect of
that era.
So it is. Oh, sorry, Lola. I stood on the dog. It is absolutely unbelievable. Now, I'm not a man who's impressed by kind of this style of house. So it's not like something I would be kind of intrigued by or interested in to live there, except for the fact that it's worth £500 million.
And does this come with huge agricultural land and vineyards and all this, or is it the
like
house is the main
acres
thing?
and acres and acres and like it is the most expensive private home on earth, worth £500 million.
Mother of God, I've said that 3 or 4 times.
You have, and actually,
but that is an amazing amount of. I mean,
you see, it's not though, because sorry, I lied. It wasn't 2 to go, it's 3 to go, because the same person, Mohammed bin Salman, also bought the next most expensive thing on the list, which is the most expensive painting ever.
Well, that's got to be one of our boys.
Yeah, we've already talked about his book.
Oh, Leonardo.
It's Leonardo da Vinci's Salvator Mundi, Savior of the World.
Yeah.
It's a picture of Jesus. Again, Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman bought it for $612 million and hung it in his yacht.
So
he hung a $600 million painting
in his yacht. I wonder how much his yacht.
Well, that's what I'm going to say.
then.
The last thing on the list is the most expensive yacht. Interestingly, not commissioned by him.
Bezos?
No. Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, who is the president of the UAE, who died in 2022. But he commissioned this yacht, the Azam super yacht. He commissioned it. It was $858 million. Right?
Yeah.
And it's now listed for charter.
You could charter an 850.
According to Motorboat and Yacht Magazine, it's not actually available to charter, but it is listed for charter. It's not owned and operated right now. It's sitting in a dry dock. $900 million worth of super yacht.
What would you use it for? Stags and hens?
Stags and hens would be an option. I think the trying to find fungi.
Yeah, Carrick and Shannon.
Yeah,
you go
up and
Carrick
down,
and Shannon
up
and
and
start.
Shannon, yeah.
You could probably make some of your money back on the 858 million.
Probably 30 quid a head.
Booze cruise.
Booze cruises, yeah. 30 BYOB, 30
I would
quid.
put those. I would put pedals on it so you could cycle it.
Good idea.
You could cycle across the Isle of Man.
A pedalo.
A pedalo, and then
Yeah.
you could probably get the duty free stuff if you went to the Isle of Man because
Probably
it's a
could.
different jurisdiction, isn't it? A crown territory or whatever it is.
$860 million worth of super yacht, the Azam super yacht.
What would you do if you suddenly woke up a billionaire tomorrow? What's the first thing you'd buy?
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be, like you suggested, I would not be surrounded by leprosy in Portmarnock. Would I cure it? No, I'd move somewhere else. I'd get the hell out of Leper Town.
I would electrify my grounds. Is what I would do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't help anybody. I would further isolate myself in my richness.
I genuinely do sometimes. Like I don't play the lottery, right?
How much is Man United worth?
Man United is probably valued at the moment
3 billion or
upwards
something.
of 4 billion, I think. Yeah, maybe closer to 5.
If you had enough money, would you buy Man United
straight away? If I get rid of the Glazers, I would straight away do it.
Like if you had, Bezos money. If
yeah,
you had
I'd already own Man
10
United.
or 20 billion.
Yeah.
If you had 20 billion, would you buy Man United?
I would spend a quarter of my fortune
Would
on
you spend
Manchester
half
United.
your fortune?
Yeah,
Would you spend 90% of your fortune?
probably.
Because you still have £1 billion left over.
Exactly, which
And
is
you'd have an earning asset.
an earning asset. And look, I wouldn't be involved. I wouldn't want to run it. I would just let the right people do the job and go, Glazers, get out.
Bye-bye.
Is the price? Yeah, bye-bye, exactly. That's what I would do. Yeah, no.
I could see a day where our ship comes in from this podcast.
Oh.
Right? It's
$20 million
It's
podcast.
Man United.
$20 billion podcast.
It's Man United
Yeah.
versus Liverpool in the Champions League final.
Both co-owned.
And you do the towing costs.
with the double eagle.
With the double eagle.
The towing costs.
That's been an absolute pleasure. A
Yeah,
whirlwind
thank you.
of a list.
Thanks for joining me as always.
Okay. We'll see you
Bye.
next week.